when you hold me. Your beauty weighs on me. This feeling's too good.
Okay. It seems like we are in the season of opportunity right now. Transition is the theme, meaning we actually have the change in state happen. Okay, so with that being said, everybody just seems to be getting opportunities out of the ass, right? Just because they're actually doing 444 right there. And so, when it comes to me, it seems as though I really make my own opportunities. But it's like I have to provide the space. I have to go get them. So my idea is I need some money, right? But we can have money any way that we want. If you want to find ways of making money, it's essentially you look at your second house where finances is, and you look at you can look at like your Venus sign, like attracting money. So for me, utilizing my second house is Taurus. I am a Taurus. It's my sun sign. Putting myself out there. I'm thinking that my idea is utilizing myself as a resource, what then attracts other people's resources, because the Taurus and Scorpio balance in the chart. Okay, so with that being said, I'm like, okay, if I need to make money by utilizing myself as a resource, what do I bring to the table? What is a resource for me? So then I think about it, and I think about how my Scorpio my Chiron Scorpio is at home. It's in the 8th house, the house of other people's resources, other people's money, ego death, sex, experiences. But the Chiron Scorpio is the wound of control, the wound of feeling abandoned by spirit, right? So something that I've been talking myself through is, okay, I have this wound of control, constantly feeling like I'm abandoned by spirit, which then is like, it messes up my faith in spirit, messes up my faith. But to have faith is to not have fear, to not feel abandoned, to not be fearful. Faith has to outweigh everything, and it can. So I'm thinking about myself, right? My name is Yemane. And it means faith. And something my mom always is telling me, she's like, Yemane, she's like, whenever you're doubting yourself, whenever you down in the dumps, just remember what your name is. Something I was thinking about was actually Kanye West's name is Kanye West, but it means only one in Ethiopian. I just watched his documentary, Only One, and the way that he acts, he's the only one essentially. But he is in his way doing his own reality, doing what he wants to, okay, right? So with that mindset, and just hearing, I guess, that Kanye even thinks about that stuff, oh, that's my name, Only One. I'm like, okay, it's clicking to me. So somebody who is also successful is believing in themselves based off, cool, bet, faith, Yemane, right? So going back to how I make money, I myself am the resource, but the thing is, in the second house, how I have resources myself, if I don't have faith in myself, because essentially spirit, God, the universe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, we are the same, we are no different. But that's what we all talk about, that's what we all preach about, that's what we all prophesize about how we are no different than gods and goddesses, that we are tiny little gods ourselves. And it's kind of funny, and I'm just gonna wow, there's an orange Chevy Colorado. That is amazing. That color was nice. Same car, just orange. Connection. Okay, back to me. So Kanye West has this video, or this clip, and a lot of people know it. And what is it? I just told you who I thought I was, a god or something like that. I just told you who I was. Although his delivery is sideways sometimes, but again, that's his own journey. He's right. We are all gods. Ouch. My pinky. I just hit my pinky. Why did I want to say that? I hit my pinky represents emotions. Oh, I just watched the Thor movie, right? 444 on the clock. And they dressed up as emotions. And they were like, we're God of emotions. No, and that's what I said. Sitting on in my head, I was like, that's what a human being is the God of emotion. We have to learn how to manipulate our emotions to work in our favor. When I want something, it's a desire. It's connected to an emotion, right? And then I need to utilize that. I just need to figure out how to utilize my power as a God, as a type of God. I remember someone said a long time ago, someone was like, we are all just gods preparing ourselves, like creating our own reality. Ooh, this is good. Creating our own reality is essentially creating your own universe. So the God of this universe has worked on themselves so much so that now they can create other life form, mix and mingle. We learn more about consciousness being in evolution through being able to become a strong God yourself so that you can create more worlds. But we all say that human beings are gods or I say that we're gods in training. We all say that human beings, people in the conscious awareness journey, we talk about how we have this creative potential within us, which is essentially our potential to, not our potential, sorry. The creative potential within us is being able to work with source, with this God-like power, this sacred energy. So what are you going to do with sacred source? What are you going to do with God power? What are you going to do with the sacred source that is given to you, that is live within you? Are you going to let other people put you down, diminish the idea of yourself? Kanye West. Confidence when you know, arrogance when you don't, until you learn more about it. And then it clicks. But at the end of the day, if you're, do I got a tan? It's my bathing suit tan. At the end of the day, it's going to be proven if you continue to do action towards it, the importance of motion. It's just going to somehow still work out because at the end of the day, this life is a game. You know, I didn't get it tatted on my arm for nothing. I'm making this content because my Chiron aspect, and I'm not even going to go too deep into that. You know, if I post content, if you really want to know about the Chiron aspect, go get a session from me. This is what I do. This is why I wanted to make this video. Because we can better understand ourselves when we sit and take the time to understand what it is that we really want to create. A lot of people we all want love. We all want this type of love, but you have to have that love within you first. A lot of us are moving in life operating off of somebody else's system, off of somebody else's desire, off of somebody else's love. Does that kind of make sense? And so when you're constantly operating off of somebody else's, laws, of course, sometimes you're going to run into what is that called? Strife, resistance, because regardless, I know that, we're all our own people and everything, but my mind is in just so many different places. But, I'm stopping myself from being like, oh, Yemane, you're all over the place. No, I'm actually not. It's just my mind is literally dipped into so many places as a multi-dimensional being, which we all are, but being aware and open to that, it's just like the awareness of all of the ideas all at once. And it is in my training, in learning, slowing down the mind, being like, okay, focus the stream of consciousness. So then I say, the idea of having creative potential is to essentially sit, take the time, know what you want to do, be truthful to you, and then just continue to act on it. You build. But the reason why we're here in this material world isn't to play in the material world, just with the things. It's literally to utilize the tools to create, to manipulate energy. So going back to that idea, I need money. I do. Because I quit my job and it's like I'm doing this thing. I got bills to pay. I got rent to pay. I got my car note. I don't want to be late on my car. But with that idea, it's like, okay, what can I do? I was seeing this girl. She was like, this is how I made money. What is a resource that you hold that you can push forward? My resource is in knowing these things. I want to earn a Nobel Prize. To earn a Nobel Prize, you need a donation amount, essentially. for your research. I need to be able to sit down and I mean, nobody's sitting out here being like, oh, you want to do this? No, I have to go search for it. Do you know what my grandma said to me? She said, you have not because you ask not. And she just randomly said that. And I was like, I have not asked the people for help. I need help. Everybody's like, yes, you're going to do it. I believe in you, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Well, now that I figured out what I want to do, I'm continuing to do it, regardless of if all the pieces aren't in. But now I'm in that moment. We're full steam ahead. 10:10 on the clock. I allow time to fulfill my goals. What I'm asking for now is essentially, I guess it's like I need to fundraise myself. I need to sit and make like a GoFundMe or whatever the fuck, crowdfund. I'm gonna have to do some research, but it's gonna happen really quick for me because I have this desire. If there's a will, there's a way, and this will, I am willing myself into this shit, full-handedly, full send. I guess just also, when it comes to just my thoughts and everything is, looking at other people like asking for help, I'm like, oh, why is everybody always asking? Some people need help. I guess I've been afraid to ask for help because I'm afraid to, perhaps it's be seen trying. But this is how we figure itself out. I'm not trying though. So what's the 11:11? I'm not trying though, Yemane. What? You're not striving for any. You know who you are. So move forward. Do it. Get her done type thing, you know? Anyway, this is all to say the way that I'm going to make money now after sitting there and doing that is I have to just move forward with it. I have to ask. I need to sit and be like, okay, Yemane, I want to make a video, be like, hi, this is what I want to do in the world. If you have faith in me, cool, this is what I need. Everybody, this is what I was saying. Everybody's always in the comments, I believe in you. You're going to do it. Little Nobel Star. Okay, cool. Now we're in the part where, all right, fam. All right, team. All right, community. I keep rubbing my eye. Change my perspective. Changing my perspective by thinking, all right, team. All right, community. Doing this Nobel Prize work for, the good of everybody. But also just because this is my passion. Like, I'm not doing this because of recognition or anything. It's just, I guess this is just what my soul wanted to do in this lifetime. And so it's like, I have an assignment and I'm doing it. And these are the steps that I have to take. I remember when I was researching how to earn a Nobel Prize, it said, you need a very large donation because you're essentially going to be sitting down doing nothing. Not nothing. I don't want to describe myself. It's just, I'm going to be sitting down where I need my time. Time is luxury. And right now I have time, but right now, because I'm bound by time, I am, it's like, I want to full send to it. So it's like, because I'm bound by time, I'm bound by time, meaning I'm in this material world. It's like I still have bills and everything. This is still real life. But, and part of me is like not part of me. I feel like the response, some people are like, okay, go get a job or whatever. How can I go get it? I got out of it. I want to put my full time into this. It's essentially, this is my creation. This is my art. I want to sit and do art all day. I want to sit and be an art. Okay, well, I want to sit and be a Nobel Prize laureate. Turned winner. I'm not selling my art. The thing that I'm doing, it takes time. I have the time, but now I guess it's like I really do need to utilize myself as the resource and just ask for help. There's people out there rooting for me. They got money. Someone gifted me something, some money, which actually helped me do I was supposed to go to the Mars event, the Science and Technology Convention, to go see one of my favorite authors speak, but I missed it. But someone still, they gave me money, and that idea got me thinking. And I was like, I really don't ask for help a lot, but it's like, I got a truck. My car note is pretty expensive. I'm gonna be honest with you. And because when I was cocktailing, it was like easy for me to do, but now it's like I'm here and I don't want to lose any of these things because I know that this is me. I also don't want to put my roommate into a position where it's like, scrambling. So I'm just going to show up for myself fully. And in thinking about knowing how to earn money, the way I look at people's birth charts and everything, my own birth chart, I can do this. I got this. Okay, let's see when I do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just talking to myself, but that's the point. And the last thing I want to leave it with is what I've been doing lately to keep me off of social media, actually, to just and be in the books, is I've been I watched the Kanye documentary and I keep thinking about this thing that Pharrell said. He said, as long as you keep the conduit clear, or the conduit for the energy exchange of just, I feel something. I feel something, and I just got to put it down. The way that I feel scared. Not fearful though. It's just, I guess it's just scared because it's like I'm fully choosing myself, and that I'm fully choosing spirit, myself, higher self, spirit. I am spirit. I am God, a type of God. God energy to me is just an energy. I saw today Thor, Love, and Thunder. And the theme of it, a lot of the theme was just, if you've seen Thor, about the gods. And I'm listening and I'm watching the movie, and the way that I pull messages from everything, I'm listening to the movie. And I'm like, this movie talking to me. But that's the beauty of being in tuned into the universe, is that the universe is constantly sending us lots of different messages, but sometimes we're not paying attention. In that moment in the theater, your mind is slowed down to where, yes, the show is happening, but I'm also being spoken to. It was funny, my mom was even sitting next to me. She was like, that's you, because if you haven't seen Thor, this is a little spoiler, but Jane, she's sitting down, and she's in, I don't want to give the spoiler. Jane is literally doing something, and she's an astrophysicist, and my mom's like, oh, that's you. And one of the people told Jane, she was like, why do you always just try? And she was like, just exist, just live your life. She was like, you don't have to, save the whole world. She was like, I know what you're doing is going to save the whole. She was like, yada, yada, yada. And my mom was like, that's what you do. I stress myself out, but that's my passion. People could be like, oh my God, Yemane, it does not matter. Consciousness, why are you thinking so hard? I remember, if you watched my last, I'm done after this. If you watched my last podcast episode, I was talking about how this evangelist, I was talking on the phone with her, and she basically was like, why do you go too deep? She was like, just have faith, just do it. I explained it better in the podcast, but yeah, I'm always going deep because this is my passion. I'm here to put consciousness, the idea of consciousness, into science so that we can continue to move forward as human beings, better, evolved human beings, learn more about ourselves, change our perspective on why we're here. The way that I do that is by sitting down, reading books, just enjoying my life, talking about the things that I'm reading. I'm going to continue to work and make money and everything, but it's like, I want to be able to get out and go to, like, go get, what is that called? I want to go travel, to go interview people, to ask them questions, to go, to go to TED Talks and just get the word out there. What I'm actually doing right now is I'm about to prepare to record a video and a speech to send in to get a TEDx talk to speak, and just get my word out there. When I do that, that'll give me the next opportunity. So right now it's like I'm doing these things for a reason. Okay, we're done. And just to reiterate, if you want to know how to make money. Look at the 8th house, your Venus sign, and the 2nd house, and where Taurus falls into your chart, and connect the dots. And if you're confused, I do consultations. What you just saw me do, I do that for people on just about like them getting to know themselves. Okay, bye. Thanks for listening.